Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So today we're going to be looking at the new way to go and collect charms at a lower level with skilling. So before, there was a couple ways to go and get charms through skilling, but what Jagex have done with the Havenhythe release is release a new, slightly easier way to go and get these. Now to go and get the different levels of charms, you are going to need different hunter levels. Now, so the levels you're going to need for this are going to be level 18 to be able to go and get the gold spirit moth, and this will give you gold charms. To go and get green charms, you're going to need a level of 32 to go and get that as well. Crimsons will come in at level 49, and then finally the blue charms are going to come in at level 64. So level 64, to have access to all 4 charms is actually not too high of a requirement, but to get crimsons at level 49, that's pretty decent. So what we're going to go and do is go and check it out. Now to do this, you need to have Havenhythe unlocked. If you haven't done the Visions of Havenhythe quest, I do have a quest guide which will be in the corner of the video and the description as well. If you go and click on the world map really quickly, this is something they've done extremely well with Havenhythe. So where you can go and hunt out these moths is going to be in the High Weald Forest to the north of Havenhythe. Now if you hover over these 4 patches, you'll be able to see that this is going to be where they are looting, and it also gives you the level requirements to go and do this as well. So this is going to be a really nice, relatively low-ish skilling method to go and get some charms, which can be a bit of a problem at lower level, but I have struggled on the Grab the Hog account to go and get some decent charm spots. We do have a very good spot for green charms in the form of cave bugs. The others are a little bit problematic to get, so having a skilling method where if my hunter level is good enough, I can go and collect these charms is a really nice thing to have. Now, what I'm taking in terms of inventory and stuff like that, nothing in terms of inventory because I don't want to affect it too much, but I am going to go and take the trapper outfits, which I'm just going to see if that really improves it or not. Now, what you want to do is go to the north and again, use your map to get here as well. What you're looking for is going to be some trees, and these trees are what you're basically going to shake and then get the moths to come out. So what you're looking for is the hollow trees. Now again, follow your maps to make sure you're getting them correctly, because what these are very similar to like elder trees, where you shake them once and all the moths will come out. You then loot all the moths, and then you need to move to some of the other trees while they respawn. Now, when you go to one of these hollow trees, you can see there's one in the corner here. We'll actually go and start in that one in the corner just so we can work our way downwards from this, because what we'll do is a full run just to show you guys what kind of charm numbers you can expect to get as well. Now this spot here, there are some wolves which could be aggressive if you're a much lower level, but for me they'll be fine. So once you've investigated, all of these different moths will fly out. Now these moths have different sort of like shelf lives, so if you don't catch them in a certain period of time, they will vanish. So what you should do, and what I'm going to try and do here, is just go and target the higher level charms, because that's what you'll want to do. Maximize the high level moths and go after the high level moths first. So the blues and the crimsons are definitely the ones I would look to target first from the bat. And then after that, work your way down. Focus on the gold ones last, go and get the other charms. Now in terms of XP and stuff, as you can see, 100 XP for the crimson one actually isn't too bad. That was actually pretty good. But the blue one is kind of giving us a bit of a trouble to find him. So we'll just run around and just grab the charms which we can. But as you can see, they will eventually vanish. And then once they're all gone, that is your time to go and find the other one. Now, I am doing a pretty bad job at this, I must admit. And they do seem a little bit tricky to catch as well. So, like, there have been a couple of times where I failed. I'm level 120 hunter, so I really shouldn't fail too much on these. So we are now getting to a point where we are running out of moths. So we've done okay-ish. Again, 5 charms per tree. I kind of hope it'd be a little bit better than this. But what we'll do is run through the remaining 3 trees, and then once they're done, we'll come back here and then we'll reset. But we'll see what we get on average from each of the patches. So that's 5 from this first one here. If we go and search this will mean that these will spawn again. We want to try and get that blue moth as quick as possible, because the blue charms is the ones we want. We want to sort of specify on those blues and crimsons because they're going to give you the most XP. Greens are very good, and especially for the lower levels, I find that greens are really nice to focus on and not waste your crimsons, not waste your blues, just focus on greens. But it seems like a really good method. And then you gotta think as well, like at level 64 is going to be the max level you need for blues. The XP I'm getting really isn't bad per moth. You just need to make sure that like you're just trying to focus on them as quick as possible. You try and get them sort of caught as quick as possible as well. A gold moth, if it's close, isn't the worst thing in the world, rather than running around after a green one and stuff. But once they've finished, you need to then move on to the other tree and just keep moving as quick as possible. It's one of those where like if you're proactive and you're sort of like right clicking your next one so you can go and move afterwards, you can try and do this as quick as possible, and then you'll just move on to the next tree. So this is pretty much all this method is going to be. You go and hunt one spot, you wait for all the moths to finish, and then you move on to the next. it does seem to have a pretty high fail rate. As you can see, I've been going after this green one a little bit now, and I've still not managed to pick it up. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you tried this before. What do you guys think to it as well? I'm definitely going to be doing a bit of this on the Grab a Hog account, just to see what it's like, just see if it's worthwhile doing, and just see if it's a decent hunter method as well. Now, we've done pretty well with that one. I'm going to search this hollow tree because for whatever reason, I found a diary in the last one. So just seeing what that's all about. And then we'll move on to the next one over here. And when we've finished all four, we'll come back and give you a rough idea of how we've done in terms of charms. Now, one thing I would say is that sometimes around the tree stump, you'll see like certain butterflies fly around. They only really are active and catchable when they have the particle trail effect on as well. That's the only ones I would focus on. You'll see them fly in like these. They're not catchable because they don't have the particle effect. So you can ignore them from what I'm aware, but just go after the ones with the particles and you should be pretty good from there. Now, while a lot of people have been saying that Havenhythe has been lacking in terms of the updates and is not being quite what people thought it was, one thing I think this update truly has delivered on is the fact that the look and the aesthetic of like the forest, the area and all that sort of stuff in terms of like design, it is a great looking update. Like this is probably one of the best pieces of content look wise which they've ever released in terms of the game. And I think if this is sort of the tone they're looking to do in terms of upgrading places, area expansions, new content, in terms of graphics and appearance and stuff, we're moving in the right direction in terms of the game. It looks really, really cool. Like the water moving, the trees, all of the stuff related to this looks very, very nice. Now this is actually our final tree. In terms of doing this, I'd probably say we've been about 10-ish minutes. The recording is 9 minutes, so by the time we're done, it'll probably be about 10 minutes, which when you think you can do another 6 times this kind of run per hour, yeah, the charms aren't going to be like absolute standout. But again, low level summoning, which is what this really is aimed at, isn't going to be the most insane charms in the world as well. Now, really interested to see like how this is going to be when I'm hunting on the Hog account, because again, I am max, I've got the outfit, so I am pretty much getting the best I could be getting. But on a lower level account, whether it's going to be significantly longer to catch these will be a different sort of ball game and stuff like that as well. But in terms of charms and stuff, it is relatively decent, but definitely something I'll report more on the Grab the Hog account. Just want to show you guys in case you've not seen it. I've not really seen too many videos on this. And again, I'm going to move and transition the Grab a Hog account into Havenhythe very soon. And all the other stuff which has been left to be done in terms of Havenhythe, so the Cyndaquil boss, Ivar, all that sort of stuff, I'm going to focus it on that account because I think it's just a bit more realistic to do it on a sort of lower level account as well. However, going to wrap the video up here in terms of what we've got in terms of this 10 minutes bit, this 10-minute section. 6 crimson charms, 9 green. We're going to get 12 gold charms and 3 blues as well. So pretty much times this by 6. That's what you can expect. Again, I think once it's sort of perfected a bit more, you can look at getting some better rates. But for now, it's pretty decent. It's not too bad in terms of what it is. It's a different way to get charms. Again, this is more something which is aimed towards skillers or people who have higher skills and combat stats to go and get their charms rather than be the absolute pinnacle of charm collecting. It gives variety to summoning, which is something it's desperately needed in terms of like, especially the lower level ways to go and collect charms. There's very few ways to get very good charms for a lower level account. I've had to camp at cave bugs on the Hogger account just because that is by far the best place, and it's probably going to be the best place for a little while as well. But charms are nice to go and get. We're going to go and focus a bit more on Havenhythe and Grab the Hog account. I am feeling better. My voice is a bit better. I've only had one coughing fit while recording this as well, so that's progress. And we'll be coming out with those videos very, very soon. But let me know if there's anything you guys want me to do in terms of content going forward. Again, I'm doing a little bit of a April plan for the month, so if there's anything you guys want me to see, want me to do, in the comment section below, and always make sure to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.